Raphael on here, and we
Okay.
doing KT training.
Okay.
Yep, let's lock in. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, good evening. I just wanted to bring the new client on. His name is Mr. Raphael. Raphael, this is Brandon, and Brandon will be working with us this evening. Want to get you protected this tonight.
Okay.
Does that sound good? You have some time right now?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I got a little bit.
Okay. We're going to make it worth your while, sir.
All right.
That'll work. Mr. Raphael, how you doing this evening, sir?
Man, I can't call it. What's going on?
Man, not too much, man. Not too much. Doing all right today?
Oh, yeah, man. Pretty good. What about yourself?
Doing well. Look. If I was doing as good as you, right, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But no, I definitely thank you for your time this evening. Right, we don't look to take too much of your time, but we appreciate it, your availability, right, to help Brittany continue to practice and get better at what we do, right, which I'm gonna share with you. But my position tonight is basically to train Brittany, right, basically on what it is that she's gonna be doing, helping families out, because we're learning, right. Anything we go to do is for us to learn, right. So we are big on training, and so we like to do a live practice. So that way we can go through a live situation, so that way Brittany can get better, right? So again, I appreciate it for your time. But how do you and Brittany know each other?
Man, we go to church together. So, you know what I'm saying?
Praise God.
She over the dance team and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm a junior deacon. So,
okay, I thought you were gonna say you're a junior dancer. Okay, junior deacon, yes sir.
I used to be my when I was younger, man, from my 20s and 18,
Yeah. So you teaching Brittany the ones and twos.
Ah, man, she better than me.
Okay, yes sir. So as far as helping anybody, right? Is that something that you don't mind to do, or is it just you and Brittany had enough rapport so like, hey, you know what, I'll make time for it?
Man, Rick, she good people, you know what I'm saying? So if she asks, I figure she got to be doing something, that's important to her. So because of that, she said she needs some help. So I was like, man, what I got to do?
Okay. Did she let you know much about what it is that we do?
She said something about finances or
okay.
something, she said she didn't really go into everything. She said you was the man with the plan, so you would let me know everything that I need to know.
Well, look, once we get done, right, you can give me your honest opinion. You let me know if any of that's true, right?
All right, cool.
Yes, sir. But to introduce myself, again, my name is Brandon. Me and my wife are partnered up. We work together, right? So this is something that it can be done as a couple, can be done as a partnership. But we're working with Brittany to train her. I've got two little girls. 5-year-old is soon to be 1 in January. Me and my wife been married for 6 years now. And so I tell you, Raphael, man, I never thought that we would work together, right? We never thought we would. But when life happens, COVID comes around and different things shake up, we got to look at our financial situation. Also look at, hey, what are we going to do to successfully provide for our family, right? Now, for yourself, right, are you married? Do you have any children?
Man, I got a young one, a little girl. I'm a girl dad. Okay. And then my little year, she got some girls too. So.
Okay, understood. Look, how old are your girls? What's the age range?
We anywhere between 4 and 8.
4 and 8. Okay.
9 now. Yeah, she just had a birthday over. Yeah, 9.
Got you. Man, I'm sure that's your pride and joy, man. What keeps you going, every day? Being a man, being a father, because it can be tough on us, right? Just be transparent.
Oh, yeah.
What keeps you going every day?
Man, I got everybody I just mentioned. I gotta live for them. I gotta provide for them, make sure they straight. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah, I do it for them.
Is financial security, and your family being financial stable, man, is that important to you?
Oh yeah, that's very important, man. Girls ain't cheap. So, with a clan though, you got to make sure you got that money in line. So, most definitely, man.
Yeah, you're right. They're not cheap. And the funny thing about it, man, you said clan. My wife and my two girls, their first letters of their name start with K. So we ain't gonna go there, right? But
Wow. Okay.
get this off. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. Get this
Yep.
off. Wait till I get done. Okay. All right. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And what we do, but I want to continue to keep it a conversation, right? So for the next 30 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm also a church member. All right.
Yeah.
So I do want to get your honest opinion, father to father, and just, hey, if it makes sense to you, great, right? But whatever questions, whatever comment that you have, it's going to be big time for Brittany, because these are the type of situations that, hey, we're going to be helping our families with. Is that all right?
That's cool, man.
I appreciate you. Raphael, man, let me know, have you heard of Primerica before?
Man, I want to say I got a cousin who said something about Crown America or whatever.
Okay.
But I don't really know too much about it. I know it was something he was into. I think got out of it, and he don't keep up with too much. So he always got a new job.
Look, we always hopping around, right? And that's the reason why we do what's right, because a lot of us were looking for work, right, or just looking to get to a better place financially, right? So Primerica itself, sir, has actually been around since 1977, right?
Okay.
Been around for a while, and so Brittany, along with myself, right, and her team, we are part of the 136,000 licensed agents. And I mentioned that because just with COVID a few years ago, that was right what they call the Great Resignation, right?
Right.
People lost their jobs, lost their hours. So Primerica says that, hey, you can join with us on a part-time basis, keep your same job, right? Or, hey, if you're looking for one, just so that way we can add another source of income, right, to our household, and then make it make sense. And just to be transparent, right, for me being a father, right, I'm sure you can relate as well, needing another source of income before it to make sense so I can still be present with my family, that means a lot to us, right?
Right.
Also, sir, we've got millions of clients when it comes to our financial products and services. But for anyone on a part-time basis, right, to, hey, you can join with us. But then also, I don't know if you ever had, thoughts of, hey, man, I want to make $100,000 a year. I want to become a millionaire one day. This company gives us the chance. There's some thoughts you ever had, man?
Man, yeah. Everybody want to live the dreams, they say, make it and take care of your people and all that.
Man, look, we got a dream again, right?
Right.
Just for credibility purposes, right? Because when I first seen this, I was like, I hadn't heard of it. I had seen it, right? But I hadn't, got my own eyes right to it. Most trusted company when it comes to the financial aspect. Number one, most trusted when it comes to life insurance. Number three, overall, financial companies, right? And for us being girl dads, right, I like to mention this, 5 years in a row, named the best employer for women. So this company is going to give us a shot to get to a better place financially, right? And then also it gives us the opportunity to where we can really impact people from many different levels, not just a certain demographic, but we are big in being diverse.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, let me ask you this, right? We all know people who are struggling financially, right? For whatever reason.
Right.
But for those around you, those that you've seen, why would you say that, hey, they have different financial struggles?
Man, people don't know how to manage their money a lot of times.
Right. Has anybody ever sat down and just talked to you about how money works and things of that nature? Just that planning?
Not really,
Especially being a father?
Nah, not really. It's something to think about, but, man, not really.
Well, look, the main thing that Brittany's going to be doing is providing education, right? So we're not just going around slanging products and services, right? Just somebody just being a transaction. No, we want to educate, because as we mentioned, too many of us, regardless of where we're from, what we look like, are struggling financially due to the lack of knowledge, right? Also, hey, we got to get a game plan. I tell people all the time, man, it was a point where I had to actually call my mother and say, man, I'm sorry, because you told me to save money. You told me to get insurance, right? You told me all these different things, but of course, being hard-headed, right, didn't listen. So, yeah, hey, we need that mentorship.
Right.
Sometimes we just need a different voice that's going to provide us the information that we need. So what Brandy's going to be doing is helping families earn more income. Would that be a problem if we help families earn more income?
Nah, not at all. That's a good thing.
Now, when it comes to being properly protected, we see a lot of times when a family loses a loved one, that devastation financially that left behind, right? So she's also going to be helping families be properly protected, becoming debt-free and financially independent. Now, when you look at that mission statement, who comes to mind just in general, right? Is this something like, you know what, I know a lot of people that need help with this?
Yeah. Man, most of the people I know.
Okay. You like helping people yourself? You like to other see helping people yourself?
Oh yeah, man. I'm always trying to lend a hand if I can, be a good Samaritan.
That'll work, right? Every now and then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Now look, I know you mentioned that you hadn't heard of Primerica before. Even though the company's been around since 1977, I like to say it's one of the best kept secrets because we do not believe in media saying, hey, here's my company, like a good neighbor, right?
Right.
The company says, hey, we're going to keep that money within the company, within our agents, and just spread around through word of mouth. But here are the different companies that we have partnered with, that decided to partner with us. Is it any here, the companies here that you are familiar with?
Let me see, man. Rocket, I see a lot of those commercials.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Fidelity, I think my 401k at my job, I think this was Fidelity.
Okay.
Invesco, Vivid. That's the security people, huh?
Yeah. You know about that?
Man, one of my other cousins was telling me something about, I should switch my ring over to Vivid. I was like, I don't know.
Have you? So you hadn't done that yet?
No, I hadn't done that. I like my ring pretty good.
Okay. Well, look, respectfully, if you ever think about it, right, you talk to Brittany, okay?
Okay. She can do that too?
Yes. All these different companies, this is what Brittany's going to be able to offer, right, to our families, right, to our communities, to our church members. It's saying, hey, we can sit down with any family if you're looking for an opportunity to save some money, right? Because we all drive a car.
Right.
Oh, got to get insurance. Wherever we live, we got to have renters or home insurance, right?
Right.
That is something Brittany's going to be able to do, along with protecting our home as well. Also, healthcare, investing, because investing is big, right? When we retire, we got to have some money. It's not about what age we are, it's about how much money we have. Is that something that you agree with?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Right? A lot of times, we see too many of us to where, hey, we have retirement age, but we may go into Walmart and say, hey, Mr. Raphael, how you doing? And then after you done checked out your groceries and things, let me see your receipt. Because we got to retirement and didn't have enough money left over to live on, right?
Yeah, that's tough.
Very tough. So this is everything that Brittany's going to be able to do. Our foundation is life insurance. So that's something that we know that we are big on. That's our foundation. We own our life insurance company. We're not a third party. So looking at this screen and seeing these different companies, would you feel that Brittany would definitely be valuable being able to bring this to, let's say, the church members?
Man, I was just thinking that that's where it's needed the most. This type of thing y'all talking about so far.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of churches do necessarily like financial peace and all that dang Ramsey. But now we actually got that in house, right? We don't have to go get the video. We now have Miss Brittany, right?
Yeah. And she look like us too, so that help out a little bit.
Come on, let's talk about it, right? Now, has anybody you ever heard of Rule of 72? Ever seen it or anything? Is this just
no, I don't. Not that I know of, man. The Rule of 72?
Yeah.
Look, I ain't heard that one.
You big in sports?
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
I'd probably say basketball, man.
Basketball. Now, being a young jit, right? Being a young whippersnapper coming up, we gotta learn the game, right? That makes sense.
Right, right,
So if we don't ever figure out that hey, we can't dribble with two hands, right? We can't just run with the ball. We got to learn the rules to the game, right?
right,
Or we'll never know how to win.
right.
What I'm talking to you now about is when we get to retirement and having some money left over. At what age do you want to retire?
Man, if it was up to me, I'd be retired yesterday. But
Yes, sir.
man, I guess, but at least by the time I'm 60, I would say.
Okay. Now, do you have a plan in place right now to where, hey, I'm going to save X amount of money just so that I can have me a nest egg when you get to 60?
Nothing other than my 401k. It's my job, but other than that, no, not really.
Yes, sir. Okay. So what I want to show you is one aspect of what Brittany's going to be doing, because we're helping families out in two different areas. Either we're living too long or we're passing away too soon. And what I mean by living too long is that we get to the point to where, hey, we retire, we don't have enough money left over. Have you ever went to your bank or looked at your bank account and whatnot, your savings, and seen what is the interest rate in which your growth of your money is?
Yeah, I think mine give me like a 0.9, 0.99, something like that.
0.9? Let's give it a 1%.
Yeah, you might as well just say 1, yeah.
Say 1%. Easy math. What's 72 divided by 1?
72.
What the rule of 72 tells us, Mr. Raphael, is that the amount of money that we have sitting in our account, whatever that number, 72, divided by the interest rate, right? We just figured that out. Hey, that's 72. That's how many years it's going to take for your money to double. Now,
72 years?
this is what they don't tell us, right? So we've got our money sitting in the bank, okay? It's me, you, and Brittany sitting at the table. We've all got $2,000. I have my money in a bank, let's say a CD account is giving me 3%.
Yep.
Can you go to your calculator, please, and let me know what 72 divided by 3 is?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
We're going to remember that your current bank, you mentioned that is giving you 1% on your interest.
You said 72 divided by 3?
Divided by 3.
24.
How old is your youngest child?
7. No, my youngest child actually is 4. I'm sorry.
Your child's going to be 28 years old when that $2,000 is in the 4,000. She's going to be not in
way too long.
school to all the way out of college, right?
Yeah, that's way too long. I'm about to say she out the house by then.
Right. And remind you, our banks, thank God your bank is giving you 1%. Mine not even giving me close to 1%. Right?
Man.
So then we got to wait another 24 years. Right?
I ain't got them in 24 years to be doing now.
Right? So we putting money away for our girls. But it's going to take this long for it to double.
Man, I might as well spend that at the boat.
Man, you might as well put it in the shoebox.
Yeah.
Right? But if all we know is to put our money into the bank, then this is how it's going to continue to be for us. Now, on our job, is your job, is they still matching your 401k?
I think they mentioned like 3%.
3%?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just seen what 3% does, right?
Yep.
72, what's 72 divided by 6?
Hold on. Let's see. 12.
12. Gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
But that 6% it now have us at 32,000. Now let's say that we just add up what the bank is going to give us at retirement and what your job is going to give us. Around about $40,000.
Yeah.
Average salary may be around $30,000 to $40,000 right now. And we know everything goes up in price, right?
Right.
So can you see how we are not able to retire comfortably?
Yeah, man, that's tough there.
So what we gonna do about that? What can we do about it if we don't get this information?
and you're gonna be stuck somewhere in the same cycle.
Over and over, generation after generation. Got to get it out the mud for the lack of knowledge that we have, right? But once we get the knowledge, we got to apply it. What's 72 divided by 12?
Let's see. 6?
6?
Yeah.
We seeing the growth on what this is saying $2,000, right? We're not putting no more money in. We just saying, hey, the 72,000 gonna sit, right? Because we're gonna put this money up for retirement. So see the growth that's happening now. My question to you, let's have a little fun. How much money is gonna be at the end of the 48 years now with the 12%? And my only thing though is that if there is a difference, whatever the difference is, me and Brittany gonna split it.
Oh man. Oh, let's see. Well, let's see. It was 32 on that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 120,000.
120,000.
Yep.
Brittany, I think we gonna be pretty good. Okay. Sir, this is what the banks is doing to us.
Oh man.
How much money is there?
They say that's over $500,000 right there. 512.
Right. So, if we're putting our money into the bank, and let's say the bank is giving us 3%, and we end up with 8,000, or the job is giving us ended up with 32, but our money actually grew to $500,000. Where is it going? Because it's not going to you and your girls and your family.
Yeah, man, that's
not
a good
in our bank account. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to where I started, Mr. Raphael. We don't know the rules to the game. If we don't know how to save more money and have the money work for us, how we gonna win? How we gonna get ahead?
We can't.
Is this information, just this rule alone, do you feel that it's important enough for Brittany to come back, meet with the church, and just give us the information?
Yeah, man, I definitely think so.
Is this something that you will want to look into and apply for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if we can do this, I think that we can definitely retire before 60, right?
It look like it to me, man.
Most definitely. Yes, sir. The biggest investment that a lot of us are making right now is into our families through income protection. Has anybody ever said the phrase, talk to you about income protection?
Nah, I ain't never heard of income protection.
Never heard of income protection? What are some of the things that you are protecting? Like what are you protective of?
Other than my girls?
Yes, sir.
Man, my house, my car.
Okay.
That's probably the main things, man.
Most definitely. And obviously you got insurance on your house and your car, right?
Yep.
Respectfully, why do you have insurance on your house and your car?
In case something happens to them.
In case something happens, right?
Right.
About how much are you paying on your car insurance? You ain't got to give me exact number. Just about how much you paying.
About $322.
$322. Now we do know that that's a depreciating asset, right? Well, not even an asset, it's a depreciating thing to where as soon as we drive off the lot, as soon as we turn the key, the value of it drops, right?
Right.
But what we pay on it every month don't change. We're gonna pay that 3, 4, 5, whatever we pay it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But do you ever plan to wreck your car?
I mean, not on purpose, nah.
Not on purpose, right? It makes sense, right? Do we ever plan to where, you know what, I want a natural disaster to happen and wipe my house out? Is that something that we won't?
No, absolutely not.
So what we've got to understand and what we learn within this company is that we've got to protect the income. What is the income that's paying for our house, our cars, for our families, our groceries and things, right? What is providing that? And that's our income, right? So for you, for your family, for your children, the amount of money that you bringing in, they depend on, right?
Right.
Now, you and your spouse, y'all live together, right? Y'all in a 2-income home?
Yeah, we're in the same house.
Raphael, this is how it was presented to me. They said, Brandon, man, everybody's got insurance on their job. I said, yeah, I got it on my job as well, right?
Right.
Exactly. But who does your wife call if something was to happen to you? I said, man, I don't know. He said, man, what's your HR number? I said, man, I don't know. Asked my wife the same thing. Said, she don't know. Said,
Right.
man, look at your situation, your financial situation. You already living paycheck to paycheck, as we can see. But Brandon, in the event that you pass away, and your family not only loses you, but they lose your income as well, how is your spouse going to pay 100% of the bills on half the income? And still figure out how to take care of your children going forward?
Man.
Can you see what type of position I was sitting in?
Yeah, man.
Right? So he asked me again, he said, man, how much are you paying for your car insurance? And is it more important than your family? Because in case something happens to your car, it's going to replace the car, but it's not going to replace the income and the presence that you was for your family.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever sat down with you and talked to you about getting the right type of life insurance, so that in the event that when we pass away, we can still be providing for our family? Has anybody ever sat down with you and talked to you about that?
Get the right.
Man, I mean, I do my benefits at the job, and nobody really
Put the right provider.
sat in other than that.
Gotcha. Now your benefits on your job, is that 1 or 2 times your salary?
Guess doing the math, 2.
2. Respectfully, about how much do you make per year?
About 50,000.
50. Okay. If we're making 50,000, right, times 2, obviously that's $100,000 a year, right?
Right.
What we teach families is that our dime method, right? What our dime method is saying, hey, which of these 4 areas do you want to have protection in, right? What Brittany's going to be doing is helping families out and saying, hey, which of these 4 areas make the most sense to us to where we can provide for our family, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what we're looking at is, number 1, average income for average funeral costs. I'm sure you may have seen families that be impacted once the loved one passed away, and hey, we just didn't have insurance in place, right? And we may have to do a GoFundMe, fish sale, things of that nature. Have you seen that?
Yeah, we had to do one for my uncle last year.
My condolences. About how much did you guys have to pay for the funeral?
Man, we had to come up with like 10,000 in like a week.
In a week.
Yeah, we was, doing everything we could GoFundMe.
Right.
We had family was putting in money here and there,
Yes, sir.
trying to donate. Church donated something.
Everybody doing what they can, right? And
Yeah,
in
kind of
times
scrap it
when a
together.
lot of us are tight and strapped financially, we doing what we can for those we love, right? So that's one area that Brittany's going to be helping out at. We also looking at our debt. We accumulate debt, right? We plan to pay it off, but we paying as we can. But saying, hey, when we pass away, that's going to pass down to our family. Our biggest thing that we want to take care of is our income. If Brittany is to be sitting down with a family that's bringing in $2,000 a month, let's say she's sitting down with a husband or a wife of one night, and individually they're bringing in $2,000 a month for the year. That's $24,000, right?
Right.
So what we recommend is saying, hey, the amount of years to have our income replaced. For example, our girls are young, right? At least 10 years, they're going to need that transitional period. Life with dad, life without dad. But dad was bringing in income every month, every year, but that stops. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also, we have a mortgage. How much is the balance? We want to include that as well. But also, hey, if we're paying, if we're living in an apartment, it takes money for us to live, And then also for the future of our children, we're just saying, hey, I want them to go to school, but I want to take care of at least 1 or 2 years because they still going to be figuring it out. So you don't have that big tuition bill, right? Or maybe they want to start their own business. But just so that we have an option to live and not have to start over, be 18, 24, whatever it is, what time we grown in out the house, and now you just at the bottom, got to start over, getting it out the mud, generation after generation. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, man, it makes perfect sense.
So when you're looking at yourself, right, and you sit up and you look at your wife, right, you look at your spouse and you look at your children. Is it any of these 4 areas here that you can say, you know what, my family don't need no protection in that area. We good there.
Nah, we need all those, man. I wouldn't be a good, partner, a good dad if I said anything different.
Understood. The good book tells us, right, that we gotta leave an inheritance for our children's children, right?
Right.
It's our grandchildren, right? But for a lot of us, we wasn't born into it, or we don't have a business. The main way to do it, the immediate way, is life insurance. So this shows us how much we are worth to our families, the dime method. And then what Brittany's gonna be doing is showing families how to get it and make sure that it is affordable. Okay?
Yeah.
As we're wrapping up here, what do you know about life insurance? Right? Like what have you heard?
Man, I know it's there to make sure if something happens to me, they can, make sure my funeral is taken care of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know the differences between the two? Like, you ever heard of like a whole life, term insurance? Anybody ever explained them to you or whatnot?
Nah, I think mine at work might be a term, maybe.
Okay.
But I always heard you should have whole life or whatever reason.
Gotcha. Did anybody tell you why we should have it?
I mean, because you got it for your whole life, and then I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos where you can take money out of it and use it when you need it.
Right. That's what I'm gonna speak on to you first, right? Those videos it's really only 2 types of insurance: cash value or term insurance. So I'm gonna first talk about cash value or whole life. Or if you've heard of how you can borrow money from your insurance. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, there's the infinite banking thing that you're talking about.
Infinite banking. They say you could be your own bank, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Raphael, if you're gonna be your own bank, do you have an ATM?
Nah.
Can I come to you and get a loan if you're your own bank?
No, man, nah.
Okay. Do you have a bank card by chance if you're gonna be your own bank?
I mean, probably not.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and kill that concept that they're saying, be your own bank. Right? Sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds real good. But a lot of times we don't know the questions to ask or what to think about, because we say, hey, we're hearing something from somebody who's supposed to be licensed, or they're just talking about a area that I'm unaware of, right? So we kind of just go off of what they say and what sounds good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Now, when we're talking about cash value or whole life insurance, what Brenda's going to be doing, like I said, is educating families first. And then, hey, whatever makes sense, we'll move forward. But if you're putting your money into a bank, okay, and for the first few years, the amount of money you put into the bank, every time you check your balance, every time you check your app, there is no money that is being deposited into that account. How you gonna feel about that?
I'll be mad. Why am I depositing money that's not showing up?
But why are you gonna be mad? You say you like helping people. You say you like seeing people get ahead, right? So you don't.
Not when they take it out of my own pockets now.
Okay, you right. That's the first rule. So with the life insurance, is that you're paying for insurance with the cash value, and you're paying for the savings. So they're saying that, hey, you're gonna pay one price, one premium per month. It's gonna take care of your insurance and your savings. But in the beginning, the amount of money that should be deposited into your savings, there's a blackout period. Then
blackout period?
Yeah, blackout, meaning that, hey, the first few years, right? Sometimes it's 2 or 3. I've seen when it's 5 years. It's literally no money that is accumulated into that cash value.
But I'm putting my money in there every month, right?
You are depositing money. You're paying to that company a monthly premium every month. Yes, sir, you are. But a portion,
it's not showing anything.
No, sir.
That's crazy. I don't want that.
You said your only insurance right now that you have is with your job. Is that correct?
Yeah.
By chance, do you have that policy?
I can pull up my phone, I think.
Okay. That's something that we'll definitely want to look at, right? If you're able to pull up that policy so we can go through it, right, and show exactly what is going on within that policy, okay?
Okay.
The next thing is that your money's going to start to grow, but remember we talked about the rule of 72 and those percentages and how long it takes, right?
Right.
Even if it's 3-4%, that's still a long time for your money to grow after they've already robbed you from the income that you were saving for your girls for whatever reason. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What they love to tell us and what they love to explain is that you can borrow, you have access to money, right? That's what we hear. We hear, hey, I have access to money, but we're not really catching, I gotta borrow my money. So Raphael, if Brittany's your bank teller, and she's saying, hey, Mr. Raphael, right, you're gonna deposit money into the savings account, but when you need it, you have to request, right, for your money. You're gonna fill out loan paperwork. It's called a policy loan. And also, we can make you wait up to 6 months before we release the money that you need right now.
Oh, no, I need mine.
You need it right now, right? My money
Yeah.
is right now. I think what it was.
It's my money.
Wentworth,
Yeah.
whatever the name is.
Yeah.
Right?
It's my money. I need it now. Don't play me now. Give me all that.
So the way it works, it is their money. Because you paid premium to the insurance company. So now they own what's going on, right? They say, hey, we're going to have a contract. If you pay your premium, we're going to pay out your insurance. Now, you will have access to money that you can borrow, but you're going to wait before it's available. And then when you need your money, think about this. When you need your money, you're going to borrow it. And we're going to tack on a 6 to 8% interest rate on top of it until it's replenished. And at the time you pass away, tell your family, don't worry about calling us. Don't worry about coming. Thinking that they're going to get the money. Don't even think about it. Because the amount of money that is in the cash value, the insurance company keeps it. And whatever is left with the life insurance, the face amount, the insurance amount of money, that is what's going to get paid out to your family. Not both. Even though you've been paying for both.
Oh, that's not cool.
That's not cool?
Nah.
If you had a policy like this, would you want to know?
Yeah.
So we definitely got to look at your job policy. Now, if you knew that, hey, your family or your church members had a policy like this, would you want them to know?
Oh, yeah, man. I want to know.
Okay. By you mentioning that, I want to give you the assurance that Brittany is not going to be offering these types of policies at all. These are the types of policies that we educate against. Okay?
As you should, looking at it.
Yes, sir. What Brittany's going to be doing is teaching people buying term insurance and investing the difference.
Okay.
The family I was just showing you, remember, they were paying $225. With the term insurance policy, yes, it's for a specific amount of time. But we're just going to look at that, okay?
Okay.
At the age we are now, we have young children. But let's just say 30 years later, our children are going to be grown. Our debt's going to be paid off. Our mortgage is going to be paid off or paid down, right? So our children now is not going to necessarily be depending on us when we're 60, 65, 70. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Now, side question. Would you want to be paying for any type of bill or any type of insurance for your whole life, 70, 80, 90 years old? Would you want to be paying for something like that?
I mean, would I want to pay for it? Nah.
Understood. Don't want to. That's all I'm asking, right?
Right.
So with the term insurance, you're going to pay less. That's a win. You're also going to get more coverage. That's a win. So in the event that we pass away, I'm able to give my family the biggest check possible, but also at the most affordable rate possible for me right now, because I may not be where I need to be financially, but work with me to where I can still protect my family at an affordable rate. And then also at the same time, the amount of money we're saving, we want to keep it separate, not bundled together. because you can't live and die at the same time. So if you need your money that is you have saved, you're going to withdraw the money and not borrow. But guess what? The insurance amount of money does not get touched because it's two separate products that's working for you. When you get to retirement, you want to have some money saved up. We want you to be financially independent, to be in the position to where, hey, I don't have to pay for life insurance my whole life. But in case that you do, we're still going to cover you for your whole life, but we're going to keep it a term insurance policy because you're able to get more coverage at a more affordable rate.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
When you're looking at these two different plans, and if Brittany Wright is be sitting down with anybody that you know, what makes more sense for you?
Man, the one I'm looking on the right.
All day long, right?
Yep.
Right? So this is why Brittany's going to be educating families, right? Sitting down with them. What I want to do next is definitely go over your dime method, right? So father to father, we can make sure that we can go to sleep at night knowing that, God forbid if I pass away, right? My families is going to be straight. Because we're working to provide for them right now. But in the event that we pass away, I still want to make sure that they good when I'm looking down on heaven and they ain't cussing me out. Talking about your daddy wasn't no good.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Lastly, man, you said you keep your options open for another source of income.
Oh, yeah, but you can't never have too much money.
Look, now you're talking, right? About how much money do you think that we make from helping families out like this? Because we've been on maybe 30, 40 minutes. Not too long. But this is about how long it takes.
Probably $100 or so, I would guess, you know.
You ever looked into getting your life insurance license?
Who, me? Nah, man. I ain't got no life insurance experience.
Look, none of us did, right? None of us had it. But as you see, hey, we gonna train you, right? We gonna coach you every step of the way. The reason why I mentioned that, Mr. Raphael, because on a part-time basis, we definitely want to show you in regards to how much income you can make outside of just, what you currently do, okay?
Yeah.
When I'm showing you here, and let's say that we was to help a family out, and they're paying $80 a month. That's comfortable for them, $80 a month.
Yeah.
About how long does it take you to make about $300 to $400 at your job?
Man, probably about a good at least 3 or 4 days or so.
3 to 4 days. Right? Mr. Raphael, if we was able to do that for you, and you were to do this within 40, 45 minutes, you kept your job, we're saying, hey, after work, right? On the weekend.
Yep.
And you get paid 2 to 3 days later to be in a position to what it would take 3 to 4 days, you're able to make it within an hour and then get paid 2 to 3 days later. Would that be something that would interest you?
I think so. I don't see why not.
You ever trained anybody on your job?
Yeah, I'm a supervisor, man.
So you train a whole lot of folks, right?
Yep.
Now, how much money extra? Let me get out your pockets. Do you get paid extra for all them people that you train?
Almost. Salary, we don't get an extra.
Oh, salary. So that could be a good and bad thing, right? Would you ever work more than 40, 50 hours? How often do you do that?
Oh, pretty often. If the people do overtime, I'm the one that got to be there with them.
I want to show you opportunity, man, for where they can stop getting that free labor from you, right? I'm not trying to take you away from your job. You probably enjoy what you do, but we should not be giving away free labor. That's just my humble opinion, right?
You're right about that.
But the reason why I mention that is because, let's say you sit down with me, right? This is after church, and you show me this opportunity and I join with you, right? And I said, man, thank you, because it took me 4 or 5 days at my job to earn this money, but then I got to wait 14 days to get paid, right? But for you, when I help a family out, you're going to get paid as well. So now we're talking about passive income. So now we've been in a position to where we can get paid where it does not take our time, it does not take our touch to only get paid. So we get paid to who we train, who we duplicate, and the talent that we provide to somebody else compared to just only getting paid when we have to actively do the work. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Does this sound like something that would interest you to where, you know what, I could do better for my family, right? Or, you know, hey, the girls, right, we got to pay for their weddings, right? Oh,
Man, I don't even want to think about that too soon, but yeah, you're right.
yeah, that's the truth. Like, I had a thought about it today. And lastly, right, the reason why I mentioned this to you, because it's not no small time opportunity, right? This is a great opportunity to where you can go make $100,000 a year, being in pretty much our supervisor position. But that's the average, and it continues to go up because you're able to obtain bonuses as well. Not just because of the work that you do, because, hey, I'm a supervisor now. But if I actually get paid for everybody that I'm impacting, that just increases your value, increases your net worth, right? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Man, and then lastly, how much you think it costs to get a life insurance license?
Man, about, maybe $250, $300.
How much of that is too much?
Man, the two was too much for me.
200. So if it was less than 200, would it be worth your while to make this type of income?
Yeah, I mean, the money you're talking about right then, if that's real, then yeah.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
pay 100. I'll pay 100, 150, something like that.
The company only asks us for $124, one-time payment. We spend money all the time, and it's not making us any more money. For the licenses that we're able to obtain, life insurance and also investment licenses, it costs about $2,000 out of pocket. The company only asks us for a one-time payment of $124. But the beautiful thing about it, and I really like to say, hey, it's a free opportunity because we're going to help you obtain your field training bonus and get that $124 back and some through training. At minimum, we want to help you build your team and then also share with the people that you love and you care about what we do to help you build your field training bonus, whether it's $600,000 or more. That way, while you're getting licensed, while you're getting trained, we're able to obtain a field training bonus. And then when you pass your license, however much money is in this bonus, that's going to get paid out to you. And then you too, just like Brittany and I, will be in a position to get paid Monday through Saturday from this company. Not once a week, not every 2 weeks.
Okay. That sounds good.
How good does it sound to you to get started?
You mean like right now?
How soon would you want to take advantage of an opportunity like this?
If I don't make the money you're talking about, we can get it going as soon as possible. I mean, if it's real.
Hey, I can only prove it to you, right? We got to build rapport, right? And hey, Brittany came to you, right? We are to saying, hey, we're going to join and impact our family, impact our churches, working together. So not only do we want to help you bring more income to your family, but also make sure that we protect our family as well through our insurance. And then saying, hey, let's look to provide for our family's future through saving. And so that way we're teaching, we're showing this financial literacy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man.
Man, look, from everything we talked about this evening, what do you like most about what Brittany's going to be doing for the community?
Man, I like that she's gonna really be helping people, and this stuff that I'd never heard of before. A lot of it, so I know there's probably a lot of more people she's gonna be able to help that didn't know either. So, man, I think that's a great thing y'all doing, man.
Okay. Yes, sir. Well, look, I appreciate you for your time. But obviously at this point, like we would, done quote and everything.
Right.
And then, I just wanted to kind of like do the KT and then transition to the crew. But no, I'm done though.